ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my households. Yes, you said so.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just Isupk sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said so.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog.
All right. Yeah. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatham. Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'Hashem Yahushua. Priest and Officer Thawashab of the Isupk started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. We've been teaching the truth, been pushing this truth since 1969, all right? Since 1969. Of course, this is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. Every single Tuesday, we broadcast live from Orlando, Florida. You can catch us in Hart Memorial Library from 6:30 to 8:30 out here in Kissimmee, Florida, all right? So the address is 211 East Dakin Avenue, Kissimmee, Florida, every single Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30, all right? So it is the Brotherhood class, so we'll jump into topics circulating around Brotherhood, but if you have any questions lingering around, feel free to ask. I try to provide the questions, right? So what I'm planning on doing for each class every Tuesday is posting up a series of questions. I got them in the YouTube chat, right? So it's just about 5 questions. So while you wait until the class actually starts, while the music is playing and all that, feel free to answer all 5 questions, right? In order to get the prize, you have to answer each and every question. And I also threw in a bonus question at the end, right? The bonus question is not counted towards the 5 questions, but if you're able to answer the bonus, you can get additional added to the prize, all right? But it's kind of separated into 3 comments in the YouTube chat. So I'm going to get this more down pat. So be on the lookout for that, man. Make sure y'all tune in early. So in order to win the prize, you come in early. The music is playing. While you wait, answer these questions, and whoever gets them right will win the cash prize. All right. And of course, the disclaimer is without using Google. So you can't use any Google or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? The only way you can get these questions right is if you understand the knowledge of the Bible. And if you don't know, this is what class is for. All right. Also, I got the StreamYard link posted in the YouTube chat. So if you want to join the broadcast, feel free to do so. Even if you want to answer the question through the broadcast instead of typing it in, you can go ahead and copy, paste the link, join the live. So any brother or sister would like to, you're free to do so. Also, if you're new in the school and you're doing your 90 days looking to get your Hebrew name, make sure you click on this link, fill out the information, so that way you can get credit for today's class, all right? And that's how we rocking and rolling. So I'm going to give y'all time. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll go through them the best as I can. Other than that, man, topic as usual. All right. Yeah, it's probably hard to read the questions, but if you're able to answer them, I see one answer so far from Crystal Morris. She put Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, which is the correct answer, I think, to number 1, right? All right, so I'll read them out to y'all. So the first question is, what book, chapter, verse did Solomon say, I am black but calmly? All right, that's the first one, right? The second one is, what verse showed a true depiction of Christ? All right, that's the second one. Third one is, Melchizedek was king of what city? All right, and the last one is, what prophet is the author of the book of Lamentations? No, that's the fourth one, my bad. The fourth one is, what prophet is the author of the book of Lamentations? And then the fifth one is, who was the king over Israel when Nehemiah began rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem? And for bonus points, or to win the bonus prize, the last question is, who is considered the 7 heads of the Isupk? Okay, so if ain't nobody get it in this class, I'll repost them the next class, Lord allow, next Tuesday. And you can cash out, you know what I mean? Let's see, it will be a good amount. I'll say $50, right? $25 for the 5 questions. And I'll throw in another $25 for anybody that can get the bonus question. So in total, you got an opportunity of winning $50. All right, $50. $50, y'all. You see it without using Google. I know when I said the 50, everybody went got the typing now. I don't know. I better not be using that Google now. But now I'm messing around. But yeah, you answer those questions. The 5 questions is $25. The bonus question is an additional $25. So all in total, you have the opportunity of winning $50 for answering questions, for doing nothing. You know what I mean, just typing it on your phone, you win $50. All right. So hop in the class, tell a friend to tell a friend. If they want to win $50, they have to sit in class and answer questions. And they just might win if they get it right. All right. All right. So in the meantime, I'm gonna jump into the topic. Any troopers or officers that's able to join, I've seen Isupk put in the chat that you're gonna be joining soon. Most High in Christ. But if I got anybody, $50 a week. Nah, I ain't balling like that, Isupk. I'm, just for today. Today is $50. I mean, next week, if nobody answered it, I'll roll over into next week. But each week it'll be a different amount. Lord, I mean, who knows? Lord allow, it might be $100. $200. I'll switch the questions around each week. So that way people can get a opportunity to win, more opportunities to win. But for this week, you have an opportunity to win $50. You heard it, $50, y'all. All right, $25 for the 5 questions, and I'll throw in another $25 if you can answer the bonus question. All right, and that's just for this week. For next week, if y'all don't answer it this week, then it'll roll over. But if I do answer it this week, then for next week, it'll be a new set of questions and a different amount. It could be more, could be less. Who knows? You know what I mean? But $50, y'all. All right. And I'm going to try to present it to y'all better as I, get the hang of this joint. But it's in the YouTube chat. The questions it's a 3-part comment in the YouTube chat. So just go through it, piece it together so that way you can get all 5 questions, all right? And then once you answer it, just list each answer together, as in 1 through 5, and then make a separate portion at the bottom for the bonus. And then we're good. So try not to answer it separately, y'all. You know what I mean? So answer it all together. So if you have all your answers, put it all in one comment with the bonus at the bottom. All right. So you can win your cash prize. See people answering Melchizedek, Jerusalem, Most High in Christ. All right. Yeah, we're gonna learn the Bible today, y'all. You know what I mean? Some way, somehow, we're gonna learn the Bible. Feel me? Your pastor ain't he taking your money. He ain't paying you nothing. Right? And the ICBK, we reward you for being knowledgeable. You know what I mean? Not only this is the key to your salvation, but this is an opportunity to make a quick buck as well, too. And why not? You dig? So, you know what I mean? Instead of running inside that Christian church and giving him $50, right? Come to the ISUPK, learn the truth, and get $50. You know what I mean? There's nowhere else is it being done like this. So this is where you're going to learn the truth, man, to save your life and get some money in your pockets, right? Why not? All right. So for today's class, the topic, if you can see the title that's displayed on the YouTube, is Haiti versus DR. I'm not sure if any of y'all are familiar what's been going on the island of Hispaniola between the Haitians and the Dominicans. All right. Hey, Shalom, Yahabashim Shabrakata. Oh man, who's that? Also the Shock? Oh man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. What's going down, man? What's going on, Ori?
Hey, Shalom, sir. Yahabashim Shabrakata.
Oh man, good to have you on, Priest. Good to have you on. Give it up, give it up. That's right. All right. So yeah, you came in right on time. I'm just getting started right now. We're gonna dive into a few topics, of course, about brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? The conflict that's going on between Haiti and the Dominican Republic is because we don't understand who we are as a people. One, right? Not knowing that we are the same people that come from the same bloodline, and also we are being puppeted by the oppressor to cause this conflict between us. You know what I'm saying? Because both of us went under captivity. One under the Spanish and the other under the French, right? And they divided us with different languages, different beliefs, different religions. So that way we don't view each other as one. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to dive into that. Also with, I don't know if y'all familiar with, what's the brother named Psycho Bob, right? He's an artist signed under Kodak Black. I'm sure y'all know who Kodak Black is, right? Out in Florida, his mother got killed in a drive-by, right? This brother got his mother got killed, you know what I mean, in a drive-by from, I guess, somebody he was beefing with, whatever the story may be, you know what I'm saying? But this is conflict within us, beef within us, you know, the hatred and the animosity that we have within us. So we're going to touch on that, all of that, right? All these things. I think there was another story about how a brother in the Bronx shot a 71-year-old woman and killed her, right? Because he was trying to shoot at one of his rival gangs as well, too. Right? This is something that we, deal with, right? We do have an issue of, wanting to always enact harm towards one another more promptly than we do towards others, right? Now, of course, I'm not, perpetuating the narrative that your oppressor will put out and constantly hammering that we are inherently violent under the title of black on black crime, you know what I'm saying, which is overall myth. You know what I'm saying? A couple classes ago, we done spoke on that numerous times. You know what I mean? The myth of black on black crime. Right now, is there violence within our community? Yes, and this is what we're going to touch on today. But is it at the rate that America claim it to be? Of course not. Right? Or is it something that is just inherently black for us to be violent towards each other? No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? This is something that, that we've, got, from following after our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? This is a character flaw that we gained from being in oppression over 400 years, right? Last week when Isupk brought out how the Jewish men will pardon Jewish criminals within their communities based upon the fact that they know that Jewish people been through so much oppression, right? So instead of quickly trying to lock them up and persecute them, they'll do a case study behind their crimes within their community to see if that is connected with the trauma of being under Nazi Germany, right? Because they understand that when people do things amongst each other, it can be back behind a lot of trauma. Right? It's not inherently in us to be like this, right? Like, you got to understand, Black people are triggered in America. We have all this trauma built up within us. We're ready to blow up, right? We're like a time bomb. So as soon as somebody step on your sneakers, soon as somebody stare at you for too long or bump your shoulder too hard, guess what? You ready to act up on them. And we don't even understand that's years and years and generation of abuse and oppression that we had to endure in America for over 400 years. Right? So we're going to touch on that and also touch on the magnitude of the New Testament. If we truly understood the proper context in which the New Testament was supposed to be presented, man, that can help the Black community overnight. The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian feuds that we have amongst each other. Because that's what the whole New Testament was all about. Right? But you have other nations who took on our identity, took our book, took our culture, and utilized a portion of the Bible to make it seem like God loves everybody, when that is not the truth, right? The whole book from Genesis to Revelation is all about Blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous people. The rise and fall and the rise again of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And the rise again is what's found in the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? This is where we rise up as a nation again, if we truly understood the context and the magnitude of the New Testament. I mean, hell, it can bring a Chinese man willing to sit in a damn church house with his enemy, a so-called white man, and hold hands and pray and all that stuff. Christianity will make you look at a murderer who killed your sons and daughters in cold blood and make you want to forgive them. That's what Christianity, the quote unquote New Testament, will make you do. Imagine if that was exclusively within the right context given to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the same energy that we give our enemies, the same energy that these other nations are utilizing it to bring everybody as one. Guess what? We can use that exclusively for us. We can take that portion and make it to where it's rightfully supposed to be. For us to unify, for us to love each other, for us to be kind towards each other. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's all about. It's not about everybody on this earth, man. All right? So we're going to discuss all that. All right? So big up, Officer Magazar. Shalom, Yabba. What's going on? All right, Tampa in the building. Give it up. Give it up. Good to have y'all, brothers. Officer in the shop, man. I don't know if you're able to, Warrior. Are you able to pull up like articles and videos on your end? By any chance? If not, it's the WAP.
Okay, yeah, I should be able to do it, sir.
Okay. All right. If you could, Baba Kashak, can you just pull up the video or the article, whichever you're able to do, of the feud, that's the conflict that's going on in the DR right now, the canal. If you type in like Haiti, if you type in Dominican Republic, shut down border, and then a newscast video should pop up. If you
like, so the Dominican Republic shut down border.
Yeah.
Come.
And then I just first want to display the news video, so that way y'all can understand what we're talking about for today's class. All right. All right, so what we got to understand, first things first, man, is who we are. That's very, very important. Because no, we're not Dominican. We're not Haitian. We're not African American. We're not Jamaican. We're not none of these things, right? All of these identities that we claim today are the identities that was forced upon us by our slave masters, right? The language that we speak, Creole and all of that stuff, right? The Spanish, the English, all of these are languages that derive from our slave masters, right? And you can understand that our people is lost right now, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the only people that don't know who they are prior to being conquered on this earth. Right? Don't nobody know who these people are. Don't nobody know what language they spoke or anything like that, what food they ate or anything. You know what I mean? So what we have to do is first find the connection, find out who these people are. Right? And you just might find out that they are related. The Haitian and the Dominican are the same exact people. Right? And I'm talking about the natives of the island of Hispaniola, right? The people that they'll call Arawak Indians, right? Before the French colonies and brought over the quote unquote African slaves over there, right? They had natives that was already living on that island, right? And they're known as the Arawak Indians. Those people come from the tribe of Simeon. Right? It wasn't until the conquistadors and the Spaniards came on that island and forced them to speak Spanish. And then you had the French who brought in the Levites, you know what I'm saying? The so-called Haitians in. And the Haitians fought back, you know what I mean? We fought for our revolution, right? So we're gonna watch this video so we can get some context of what's going on down there. Is it a video or article?
Slack. So right now it's a video. It's an article. Let me double back to see if I can get a video.
Okay. All right.
Come.
No sweat word. All right. I think, you probably can just read it. I think it'll be Tawab if you're able to read it. Is that?
Colonel Khan, I can read it, sir.
All right. The water word.
You see, it says, Colonel Khan, Dominican Republic closes all borders with Haiti in escalation of diplomatic crisis.
Mm-hmm. Right. So this is an ongoing crisis, right? This is a conflict a feud that's been going on between these two quote unquote separate people on the same island, right? And now recently a new thing has escalated amongst these two people. All right. Is that a video?
I think so. Let me see.
Okay, Mosan Crab. Let's see what that video says.
On masterpiece.
Welcome to the British Indian Army.
Welcome to hell, sir.
I have no choice but to fight for my country.
Your enemy now looks like your friend. How do you know who to trust?
What if I were to recruit you to work for me?
To do what?
To fight, of course.
There will be cat.
Just a little ad.
Yeah, Colonel Khan.
Yeah.
I can't bypass it, so I gotta wait.
Okay. No sweat.
Western Africa to the Caribbean, which is tonight. There's violence and unrest across the globe, from the Middle East to Western Africa to the Caribbean, which is where we begin. In Haiti, the situation seems to be getting progressively worse. Gangs control half the country's territory and most of the capital, Port-au-Prince. Just this past week, an American nurse working for a Christian humanitarian group and her daughter were reported kidnapped. And the State Department has ordered non-emergency workers and the families of all U.S. government employees to leave as soon as possible because they say it's just not safe. But for many Haitians, leaving is not an option. They had sought refuge in the courtyard of the U.S. Embassy in Port-au-Prince, dozens of families fleeing the gangs that have overrun their neighborhoods.
We don't have anywhere to stay. The bandits kicked us out of our home. They rape us even if we are old. Even the little ones, they rape them also. I had to run to come here last night. I had a fever. I was trembling. I never experienced anything like this. We are in misery.
Right.
I don't know the reason for the violence.
If I
the
could,
gangs
I'll
just
send a
shoot
shot.
and they ask for
Yes, sir.
control of the
If you
area.
could pause
They
that.
took our house
Pause it
and we're
right
in the
there,
street.
right?
We want
Right. So in this current crisis that's going on in this Haiti, this current situation where they don't have the amount of resources that they need and things that they need to utilize for their survival, right? The president has been killed, right? A lot of gangs has been rising up. People are left without food, water, and all these things, proper shelter. I mean, gangs is coming around and taking these things from people in the community, right? So there's not a true strong leadership presence in Haiti. So what the people of Haiti, the farmers specifically, decided to do is to go to a river that borders both Haiti and the Dominican Republic, right? And what they did is they're digging a canal to use that water to help grow their crops. But the Dominican government is saying that they're misusing it, right? They're using it in a way that can, probably mess up the water or create ways to where Dominican Republic is losing out on resources. All a bunch of bullcrap. Hearsay, cliche, whatever. You know what I mean? So what the Dominican Republic decided to do is to close their borders, meaning they're not allowing no Haitians to come by through their borders, right? These are people that's like we just watching the video that's starving, right? So often they'll go to the Dominican Republic to seek refuge, right? They got a better living condition out there in the DR. So they'll go out there and possibly get a better place to sleep, more food to eat, clean water to drink. So in spite of Haiti digging this canal, the DR government shut down the border. Now nobody can pass the border, and that's land, air, or sea. They ain't letting nobody fly in, not letting nobody drive or walk in. Oh hell, if you got a boat, you can't even come in. Right? They're completely cut off. And if you read through the article, it says this is the first time since around like the 1920s. Right? Of course, there's always been conflict since then, but from where DR completely cut off Haiti, man, this haven't happened in years. Right? And this tension is rising so big now. They're bringing troops on both sides. They're bringing Haitian troops to the border, and now they're bringing DR troops to the border to secure it, to this river that borders both Haiti and the DR. All right, so that's basically the sum up of what's going on in that island. All right, so if you want to, for time's sake, I'll send a shot. You think you're maybe you're able to read a little bit about the article?
Come on, sir.
All right, so the article is going to better explain what's going down.
The Dominican Republic shut all land, air, and sea borders with Haiti on Friday over dispute about construction of a canal in Haiti soil. An armed Dominican soldier patrolled every point of military planes, rurals overhead. Flights are canceled and border towns, usually teeming with vendors and Haitians crossing daily to work in the Dominican Republic, were subdued.
Right. So they going over there. My fault. I don't mean to cut you off in the shot, right? Like they going over there possibly for work, right? It's similar to what we hear about here in the U.S. with the whole immigration situation and the crisis that the oppressor, speaks about, right? These are people, hardworking people that's coming from Central and South America to possibly get some work up here so they can just simply feed their family, right? So the similar thing is happening in the DR right now, right? There's Haitians that's trying to go over there to get work to feed their family. But because of they're building this canal, now all that stops. They're shutting all of that down, right? Read on.
Come. Crowds of people on the Haitian side gather under the shade of trees as they observed the scene on Friday. It was unclear how long the rare closure of the borders will last, with Dominican President Luis Abinader saying the measures will remain in place as long as necessary.
Right, so this is going on between two brothers, right? Dominicans and Haitians are brothers and sisters, right? They're family, meaning that they come from the same forefather.
Sir.
Go ahead, soldier.
Yeah, and the point, what you're bringing out is so crucial. It's not like, I know what, it ain't right what was going on with us, but the oppressor will be like, see, look, they hate each other. Well, listen, why in the heck is America and or Russia and Ukraine fighting one? It's the same thing. It's a family matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a family matter. Now, if you would step the hell out the way and let us deal with it, then, maybe it wouldn't look or be as bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right. God, and listen, that is a heavy point of you even bringing up Russia and Ukraine. All right, because this is where we learn all of this from. You know what I mean? Like, they don't exercise brotherhood amongst each other. I think Christ spoke about that in the New Testament as well, when the disciples was arguing about who's going to be the head, who's going to be in charge. And Christ was like, listen, the Gentiles practice lordship over each other, but amongst us, it's not going to be so. You get what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing. Like, because that's how they act. Like, they constantly at war with each other on trying to gain control over the other. You get what I'm saying? And we view that and see their success of killing and slaughter and going to war, and we try to mimic the same behavior, right? A lot of Dominicans think they're Spanish. You know what I'm saying? They think they're Spanish, right? Unfortunately. Right. And hell, a lot of Haitians think they're African or even French. You know what I'm saying? So it goes on both hands. You know what I mean? But we all observe our oppressor and try to reflect that on each other. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. You said Salaki again, my bad.
Sir, that was me, sir.
Trooper Kanak, Shalom, what's going on, boy?
Hey, Shalom, you have from Sharp Thumb.
Damn right.
So, like I said, I don't know if y'all touched on. I wanted to bring up a precept of what you said about Simeon and Levi. I don't know if y'all touched on Genesis 49.
Oh, let's go and get to it. See, you right on it. You right on it, boy. Let's grab that real quick.
Come, sir. Genesis, chapter 49, verse 5. It says, Simeon and Levi are brethren.
It says who?
Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Listen, I don't know if you are aware, right? But Simeon and Levi, which is two of the tribes of the 12 tribes of Israel, are so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The tribe of Levi is so-called Haitians, and the tribe of Simeon is so-called Dominicans, right? If you look throughout all the history, look throughout the Bible, and archaeologically, you'll see all context pointing towards who they are, being the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Everything points to us being the Israelites, right? And the Bible says that Haitians and Dominicans are what?
Our brethren.
Our brethren, man. We're brothers. We're family. We come from the same stock, right? Our father, Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, birthed 12 sons. And his 12 sons is what grew into the 12 tribes. And those 12 tribes are all known as the nation of Israel, right? So that's why the Bible calls us brethren. Before we was forced to be Spanish or forced to be French, and is forced to follow after their customs, right? This is who we were. Our history and our customs is found in the Bible. Our culture, our laws, our identity is found in the Bible, man. Being a Dominican is not who you are. Being a Haitian is not who you are, right? We are brothers, and we have to treat each other as such. We have laws that tells us how to conduct ourselves as brothers, right? Read on.
Come. Simeon and Levi are brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their inhabitants.
Right, are in their what?
Are in their habitations.
Right, habitations, right? And this is written in Genesis 49 as it was given as a prophecy of where you're going to find the 12 tribes of Israel in the last days. And as their father Jacob is breaking this down, he's giving out clues as the characteristics of how you know who these people are today. And the reason why you know that Haitian and Dominicans are Levi and Simeon, because it's mentioning them two, and they are the only two that share the same island. Out of all the people that have been colonized and put under slavery, right? These are the two people that share the same island, right? Because they are brethren, right? And within that island, they have instruments of what?
Of cruelty.
Instruments of cruelty, right? What is that talking about? Who want to help me out? What is these instruments of cruelty that they have on this island?
Salaki, sir. Well, I can say one of them is the so-called voodoo, and the so-called Santa something, what they call it in DR, like witchcraft, which you know they want to use as evil, and they also, like in Genesis 49, they say that when they get angered, they can be very cruel.
Right. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are the instruments of cruelty that we use against each other. Right. We use these instruments to be cruel to each other. More cruel than the white man deserves to receive. More cruel than the Spanish deserves to receive, than the French. But amongst each other, right, we make sure that we utilize all these instruments towards each other. Right, this prophecy is letting you know who these people are today. On the same island, right, both been under captivity on that island, but yet none of them can get along. You get what I'm saying? It can't even get along on the same island. That lets you know who Simeon and Levi is today. Right? These two people come from the same bloodline. And in the last days, it was prophesied that there's going to be ongoing conflict within that same island in their habitat. Right? And we're reading about it right now today. Right? We have to first understand who we are and making that connection. Right? By knowing this, that can allow us to look at each other in a different perspective. Because right now, we're viewing each other in the lens of our oppressor. This is why you also have the conflict, the great conversation of the black man versus the black woman. You know what I mean? Like, this is the number one conversation that everybody loves to talk about, right? Because we always love to point the blame at each other, right? But don't nobody want to get to the root of the issue. And out of all of our issues that we face amongst each other, it always starts with the so-called white man. Always. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the one that's making sure that we pin against each other by teaching us these religions, by taking our language from us, by taking our culture away from us, and feeding you propaganda and telling you are separate from them, that you are different from them, that they're below you, or they're beneath you, or they're above you, thinking that we're not the same, man. And if you don't think that the Christian church is perpetuating this, then you're sadly mistaken. because the buck stops with them. The Christian church is the cornerstone of white supremacy. That's all they're teaching in there. You would have thought it was about love. They crack the Bible open and go through the New Testament all day, every day, and you think it's about love, but yet nobody's getting along. And I asked the question too, not too long ago, what is the number one religion in the island of Haiti? What is the number one religion? Anybody know?
Like,
go ahead.
Is it Baptist?
Well, I mean, they all the same. Damn.
Is it Catholic?
God, Catholicism. It's number one. So let's make a guess about what's the number one in the Dominican Republic. I don't even know the answer to that, but I can guarantee I already know what it is. What would you think it is?
So like you said, I think it would be the same.
The same thing. All right. Both of these religions base their foundation off of the New Testament. Both of them. Right? And their whole preaching is about loving one another. Being kind and all of that, and being happy, and all our blood is red. But yet everybody that's falling under the banner of Catholicism can't seem to get along. And it's being shown in full out display between the conflict with Haiti and the Dominican Republic.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, Soldier.
I have Roman Catholics as the number one religion in Dominican Republic.
Look at that. The water word. Look at that. The number one religion, the number one belief in both islands is Catholicism. All right, that should tell you something about these religions. Not only are they not feeding you your identity, but they also feeding you something far more dangerous. And that's what's called white supremacy, man. Right? All these Haitians that even do voodoo, guess what? They do it to idols. And guess what the image of the idols that they do the voodoo to? Right? You would have thought voodoo is just such a black religion, right? Which is a minority religion in the island of Haiti compared to Catholicism. But the ones that do practice voodoo in their altars, and they're making their sacrifices and cutting chicken heads, guess what idols they have set up on their altars?
Slack it, sir.
Go ahead, so if I could tell me this, then go ahead, so you got to work.
Would it be white Jesus?
Oh my God, how did you know? Get a brother. Get a brother. I kid you not, Officer the Shot, or anybody. If y'all can pull it up, and you'll see a voodoo ceremony and look at the idols that they have on their altars. Every single image is an image of some white saint, Virgin Mary, or white Jesus. How is it voodoo is such a quote unquote black or African religion, but yet their spirituality is being consecrated towards white idols? Right? That should tell you something. You get what I'm saying? That everything that we're doing, we're practicing is all perpetuated by white supremacy. We're following behind white supremacy, right? They teaching you and feeding you the lies of our own culture. When voodoo has nothing to do with us. Being Catholic has nothing to do with us. Being Christian has nothing to do with us. If you want to understand who we are, all we have to do is simply crack open the Bible, right? Because you will not find voodoo or Catholicism in the Bible, right? But if you're a Haitian or a Dominican, you will find your identity prior to slavery, prior to the conquistadors. And that can help build the bridge that further divides us. That can bring the connection back together if we knew that we were brothers rather than enemies. You get what I'm saying? But we can't see that because we can't make the connection because religion is in the way. You know what I'm saying? Which is white supremacy. That is the root and the cause of our issues, man, that we face. So we have to understand who we are. who we
So
are, the chosen people of God. Go ahead, soldier.
it's like, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
Nah,
that's heavy that's heavy what you bringing out too, because I was at the slave not too long ago, and this is crazy how this happened. I met a Haitian guy and a Dominican guy, and both of them Negroes was black like me. One of them spoke Spanish and the other one spoke Creole. And they
God.
was working on the same. And when I tell you they was both black like me, they was both black like me. Like I was like, dang, that's crazy. Like I got simian. Like that made me think about the scriptures. Like it made me think about like how Israel are. They say we're different, but we're the same. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter that they was both from the same island, looked the same, but only thing that was different was their speech. Like one spoke Spanish and the other spoke Creole, and I don't know, that shit baffled me. I was like, damn, that's crazy as hell.
God, that's crazy that you said that, because I remember I knew a cat that used to stay around my way who was Dominican, and he was darker than me. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty dark. You know what I mean? And this cat was midnight black. You feel me?
Right.
And speaking Spanish and everything. But a Dominican will be quick to tell you that, me not black. I'm not black, man. I'm not black, my friend. You know what I'm saying? They'll be quick to tell you that, right? It's all because of white supremacy, right? That is the root of our issue. That's why we can't see each other as brothers, because we're trying too hard to assimilate to white culture. What was that, right? That's the altar right there? Would you look at that? I ain't even got my glasses to see real good. All right, that's a voodoo altar, us in the shot. Then you got us on mute if you speaking. All right. It look like an altar. All right. If you speaking Austin Shaw, you got us on mute, but that look like an altar. I can barely see.
Right. So you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, boy.
Okay, yes, sir. That's definitely what it is.
Good night. And what is that? White Jesus in the background?
I don't know. I'm trying to make it bigger, but yeah, come. That's definitely in like what is it? Mary.
Virgin Mary.
Virgin Mary. Come.
God. You know what I mean? Like Chupa Mashah said, right? It's an African culture, right? And Africa is supposed to be the Mecca of blackness. What is a black, right? What is an Africa belief system doing sacrificing to white idols? You should get rid of it. Get rid of all of it. All of it is bull crap. Because it has nothing to do with empowering who you are as a so-called Haitian. If you want to feel empowered and understand what role you play on this earth as a Haitian or Dominican or Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, all you have to do is pick up the Bible. Pick up the Bible and read through it, and you'll find out it has nothing to do with religion. Nothing at all to do with religion, but everything to do with your history and who you are on this earth. And by knowing that, guess what? We can end this conflict. We can end these issues, right? If you could, Austin the Shock, if you could pull up one more video of a news article of Psycho Bob.
Psycho Bob?
Yeah, Psycho Bob. Yeah, it's a wild name. I don't know how to spell it, but it's SYKOBOB. He's a rap artist.
Oh, okay.
Mom killed. Right? This happened right here in Florida. I think
Psycho Bob, search like Psycho Bob. What else?
Mom killed.
Mom killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or unalived. My bad.
Okay. Sorry.
We got Zab on here right now, so you need a censorship. Go ahead, Soda.
Yeah, that's Kodak Black, homeboy.
Mm-hmm. Kodak Black artist, right? Just last week, his mother got gunned down in her own home, was it? Right? If I'm not mistaken. All right. Well, I mean, we're gonna pull it up right now. You know what I'm saying? Another case of the violence that happens amongst us, the cruelty that we express towards each other. All right. Pull that up real quick. All right. So last week, or not too long ago as well, too, a 71-year-old woman got killed. And I think she was a Hispanic woman, right? Got killed by, a black man, right? Because this brother was doing a drill, you know what I mean? Which is, riding on your ops, you know what I'm saying? You doing a drive-by shooting or running down on somebody that you have conflict or animosity with, right? And in the midst of him doing this, he ended up, mistakenly killing a 71-year-old, right? And I'm sure this woman was loved amongst her family. You know how them old relatives are. Everybody loves to gather around them and be around them. This woman ended up losing her life because conflict that we have amongst each other. All right? This is stuff that goes on within our community. Right? Now, we first brought up the first case of where it starts from, right? Somebody says, lock in my fault.
No, sir. So I was gonna say what you're saying is deep too, because back in the day you used to gather around the old folks and listen to them talk and tell you about the old times. And they'll tell you about things that happened before, and you get a little bit of history because that's history. But nowadays, the old people don't even want to communicate with the younger folks because the younger folks too wild. They too disrespectful. And they don't handle themselves correctly. So all the knowledge that the old folks have, they dying with it. They're not passing it down. That's why you see like these women, they don't go to grandma's house and grandma show them how to cook a meal and keep a man and take care and raise their children and take care of their house home, and the granddad teaching the young man how to work hard and be a man and stand up. You don't get that no more because the old folks done lost respect for the younger generation because the younger generation don't want to listen. They just buck wild.
Right. Yeah, now you're right. There is a great disconnect between the young and the old, between the Hispanic and the black, between the woman and the man. Right? There's a constant feud that's being perpetuated by white supremacy, right? And we don't see the wool over our eyes. We don't see it. All right, we think this is just something that's inherently in us to be this way, to be wild and out of control. That's not us as a people at all. You get what I'm saying? And because we've been here for so long, you have situations like this, right? If you able to play that Austin Sharp?
Kill your mama because I jammed.
Yo, we got a crazy situation. The streets are undefeated. Kodak Black artist Psycho Bob mom drilled in her driveway while her kids was around and left her right there. Let's jump right.
And you have people that's coming around here shooting around different areas. So you got to be careful. You got to watch out. You got to watch your surroundings. Because, like, this is tragic. Because that's a mama. And then her kids was outside, too. You feel me?
Wow.
Folks, we have some very heartbreaking news here in Fort Market. This is near 30.
Right. In her own driveway. She got gunned down. Kids around and all. Right? Because we don't understand who we are. We don't understand how to resolve these issues. We don't understand the magnitude of the quote-unquote New Testament, let alone the whole Bible. But the portion that the Christian church loved to tout, but not properly using it to mend these differences that we have amongst each other. Right? They'll use that portion of the Bible for situations like what happened with Botham Jean. Right? Stuff like that, right? Well, a brother got gunned down by a white police officer, and in that same courthouse where she was being persecuted for her crime that she committed against his brother, the brother of the one that was slain got on the stand and said he forgives that woman, and proceeded to get off of the stand and hug this murderer that killed his brother in cold blood. Right? We'll utilize the goodness and the kindness of the New Testament when it comes to those that hate us. We have no problem of being kind and loving towards our oppressor. But when it comes towards each other, our greatest attributes, we have none left for each other. All that compassion that should be exclusively for us, we have none left for each other. You know why? Because we're being taught that we have to love everybody on this earth when we don't have to. That's not what the Bible is about. That's not what the New Testament is about. The good things in the gospel that you read about in the New Testament is exclusively for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because Christ knew that we needed this. We needed this to resolve our issues. These issues that we were watching about been going on for thousands of years, man. Hundreds of years we had beef with each other. Even in the time of Christ, we had beef with each other. Now, here in 2023, we need a solution. Well, let's get the proper context of the Bible. Let me get Jeremiah 31 and 31. Right? Let's read what the New Testament is all about.
Colonel, I got it, sir.
All right, you got it, boy.
Yes, sir. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. Behold, the days come with the Lord.
The days come, meaning this is something that's going to happen in what? What tense is this talking about?
Slack, sir.
Go ahead.
It's saying what's going to happen.
Right. In the future, right?
Right.
This is a prophecy. Meaning this is going to happen not in the time of Jeremiah, but later down the years, down the line, right? This is going to come to pass. A prophecy, right? Read on.
Yes, sir. Jeremiah 31 and 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant.
A new what?
A new covenant.
Now, we have to understand what is a covenant, right? What's a covenant? What's that? Go ahead.
A covenant is a contract or agreement.
It's a contract or agreement, right? Now, let me hit you to this. What is a testament?
Slack, sir.
Go ahead.
Could you say that again?
Like, y'all can hear me?
You went out. You went out, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Right now, though.
Okay. You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kyle. Slack, I don't know what's going on. But the brother said a covenant is a contract, which is correct. Now I ask, what is a testament?
Testament.
Shalaki.
Go ahead.
Okay, I got the Oxford Dictionary. I'm going to the second one. It says something that serves as a sign or evidence of a specified fact, event, or quality.
All right. Any more definitions?
Number one is a person's will, especially the part relating to personal property.
Okay. Both of them can go. I like the second one more better. That's the only two definitions?
I can go into Merriam.
All right. Grab that definition real quick. You had it as well, Austin Shot?
Nah, sir. I didn't have it pulled up.
All right, no sweat.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is the Webster Dictionary, Merriam-Webster. I have 2A. And this is close to what you trying to find is an act by which a person determines the disposition of his or her property after death.
Right. God, that's a good definition, right? And what you had else in the shot?
In the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, I got testament. Okay. More accurately, Slakia, page 580, testament. More accurately rendered covenant.
A what?
Covenant.
So a testament is a what?
Covenant.
Now, by definition, which was Magazar was reading from the Webster's, right? Which is consist of what a contract consists of, right? Which is synonymous with what a covenant is, right? So instead of using the word testament in that verse, it uses the word covenant because of why? Why is that? Right? Read that one more time, the shot.
Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary 580, testament. More accurately rendered covenant. A binding agreement or contract between man and man or man and God.
Well, guess what? Covenant and testament are interchangeable. You know why? Because they're synonymous with each other. They're the same thing, right? So what the Jeremiah is saying here, in the future, the Lord is going to make a new testament, right? A new contract, a new agreement. Now, who is this contract and this agreement for? Who is this testament for? Right? Read on.
Jeremiah 31 and 31. Behold, the day comes, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
With who?
The house of Israel.
The New Testament is for who?
The house of Israel.
Oh, man. That don't sound like everybody on this earth, do it? Right? The house of Israel is talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? Now, let's see if that end up coming to pass. Right? Let's see if the quote-unquote testament that we speaking of supports that. What's written of in the quote-unquote Old Testament, or what people like to call the Old Testament. Right? Let's go to Hebrews 8 and 8. Let's see if it supports what Jeremiah is saying.
Sir.
Go ahead. Let's give it some time to let the brothers get there as well. And boy, quick on, you already had it locked and loaded.
Slacky, sir, when you were saying that, I had turned my sword, and it just so happened to land on Hebrew. I ain't know you was going there.
We look at God. Yeah, you know
right. I ain't know you was going there though, for real.
All right, go ahead. You got it, boy.
Come. The book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them.
With us, with the children of Israel. Read on.
Come. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
With who?
With Israel.
So the New Testament is supporting what the Old Testament is saying. Right? Because guess what? There is no difference between the two. In order to understand the context of the New Testament, you first have to understand the Old Testament. Right? Because when Christ was on the scene, there was no such thing as a New Testament. The only thing he was able to teach out of was written aforetime or before his time. That's what he was able to teach out of. And as Paul is quoting this, he's quoting from the Old Testament of what the New Testament is all about. It is a new contract with who?
With Israel.
with Israel. It's like,
you break it up, sir.
Ah, Lord. Hold on.
Might be this.
Is it like static here, son?
Service. Come.
All right, give me 1 second. 1 second.
Okay. Salapiyah, Shalom, Yabashim, Yashabrakatah. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Come.
Better now? Okay, I had to drop out and hop back in.
Come.
All right.
Salaki.
All right, go ahead, Soldier.
Yeah, that's heavy that you say that, right? Because it's a lot of Christians out there that always, you know what I mean, anytime you quote anything from the Old Testament, they be like, well, that's the Old Testament. Well, what about the New Testament? But that's heavy that the definition for testament is just still meaning a contract, like a covenant. It's still the same exact thing. And it still go to the same people, Israel.
Right.
It's not going to change.
God, damn right, Soldier. Damn right, man. It will never change, man. The Lord didn't change his mind when he first, started out with the New Testament. His mind did not, all of a sudden decide to be like, you know what? This new covenant, I'm going to just give it to everybody. This contract is for everybody. It was never so. The Bible is real consistent, right? It's telling you who the covenant is for, right? Continue on, Trooper Canuck.
Kind. When I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt.
Right, out of the land of Egypt. Who was the one that was under the covenant that was being led out of Egypt? Who were these people? Was it all people? Was it every race on this earth? That's the Israelites that was led out of Egypt, man. Go ahead, Soldier.
So are you telling me that the covenant is only for the people that came out of slavery in Egypt, not everybody?
I think so. I think that's what the Bible saying, the shot.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
That's pretty crucial, sir. That's pretty crucial. The water can bring that out.
That's a hard pill to swallow, man.
Come.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Salaki, if I may. Yeah, Con, I just read the same exact thing, so that could have some truth to it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. We ain't making this up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? we simply just reading out the Bible and telling you what it's all about. Take it up with your pastor if you upset. Right? Ask your, if any Christian is listening right now, ask your pastor why he never told you about this. Why he never told you what the New Testament was all about. What does even testament even mean? I'm sure your pastor can answer that for you.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, Soldier.
So I can go into this book, and where it starts off and say New Testament, I can scratch out Testament and put New Covenant.
There you go.
I'm just making sure that's what you're breaking down.
Yeah, right.
Damn right.
That's what you're telling me.
Damn right, priest.
The whole book is about the new covenant. This so-called New Testament is about the new covenant with the people that he already had a covenant with.
Straight cut.
I mean, you know how much more we need that we got to lay it down for the shot. More, man. It's
You're
listen.
doing a hell of a job, sir.
It's crazy. Listen.
Damn, appreciate it.
Listen, the Christian church did a number on us, man. Did a number where the proof can be right in front of our faces, and we still
going right now. I'm putting new covenant where it says New Testament. Right now,
scratching out for new covenant. Yeah, I mean, like we won't even want to. Like we can even break it down the same way we breaking it down, and they don't even want to even accept it, not let alone acknowledge it.
Right.
It can be broken down just how you broke it down right now, and they don't even want to accept it because it burned something inside of their soul. And what's burning inside of their chest is their heart that's beating white supremacy.
That's it, sir. That's
what it is.
That's all it is.
Our people have been grinded to powder to believe that we have to love our murderers. We have to love our oppressors. When Jesus Christ was never about us loving people that hate us. He's about loving his own people. And we're reading about what it's always been about right now. Right? So, my bad. Somebody said Salakia. I heard a couple of Salakias. I'm bad.
I think Salakia. Off Salakia, did you say Salakia first?
Hey, Lafayette. Shalom, y'all. What's going on with you?
Oh, well, I was just gonna say that's how you know that the Christian church has an agenda and it's about money. Because if one pastor got in our class and listened to one class, you can't deny this. You can't deny none of this stuff. Like the way the men of the Isupk break down the Bible, it's so simple even a baby can understand. Like you can't, there's no way around it. You have to have some kind of other intention on not, believing in the scriptures as y'all break it down. You gotta have some kind of bigger agenda of what's going on, like you say, white supremacy. And white supremacy is paying them to keep the people idle. To keep them dumbfounded. So lucky.
No, you're exactly right, man. Like the Bible says we war against not flesh and blood, but powers and principalities and high places. Right? I'm paraphrasing. Right? Like there's people that's over on top of the Christian church that's giving them the curriculum to teach the people, the masses, and making sure that they stick to this curriculum. Because Lord forbid, if we ever pick up the Bible for ourselves and read it for ourselves, we just might find out the truth. We just might find out that the New Testament has nothing to do with loving everybody, but it has to do with the greater good of Israel and teaching us how to love and respect each other, right? The New Testament is all about building back our morals. Every time we read about how Christ said, love this, love that. And when Paul says, be kind to this, we're going to go through a few scriptures as well. Be kind to that, do this, be loving to that, all these things is to build back the morals of the people that need it the most. We the ones that need a resolution to these conflicts, because these conflicts is the one that's bringing us deeper into oppression as well too. It's further driving us to the bottom. Right? And Christ is letting us know, like, listen, we're not each other's enemy. There's a greater enemy at hand. The brother that you see next to you, that you see with you, right? We have to learn how to resolve our issues and forgive each other. So that way we can face our true enemy together. You get what I'm saying? Because the New Testament is all about the restoration of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. All right? And we're reading about it right now. Go ahead. Continue on, Trooper Kanat.
Okay. Verse 9, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith
With
the
the
Lord.
who?
With this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord.
Right. We broke the first contract, right? The contract that was established when we left out of Egypt. We broke that. The Lord said, if you do not do what I tell you to do, this is going to happen to you in Deuteronomy 28:16 on down. Right? And we became destroyed behind that from not listening to the Lord, for not keeping our end of this of the agreement. So because the Lord is merciful and forgiving, you know what he did? He decided to renew this contract, right? Giving us a second opportunity of keeping our end of the bargain, right? And that's what the testament is all about. The restoration of the contract that was established in the first place. And it was only given unto us, the house of Israel, which is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So as we go through the New Testament and we read about the good things that's written in there, don't think it can't be done. Because guess what? The same things that we read in that Christian church in the New Testament, guess what? We'll exercise it amongst our oppressors. If you could, please, Officer Shock, if you could pull up Botham Jean video, if you could just type in brother forgives Botham Jean killer. If you could type that in on YouTube or whatever you can find that at. Brother forgives Botham Jean killer. Right? You can find that. I'm going to show you a display of what the New Testament is supposed to be about amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. All right?
So, sir, could I keep reading?
Go ahead, Soldier. Go ahead. You got it.
Because right here it also brings out that the laws are still in the new covenant, in the New Testament. And, it says, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a God, and they shall be my people. So right there in the book of Hebrews, it's still telling us to keep the laws of the Most High.
Damn right, Soldier. In the New Testament now. We reading nothing, not straight out the New Testament we're reading about. Right? So now that we got the proper context of the New Testament, we're going to show how powerful it is if we use it exclusively amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, like it was intended to be. Right? Look at this video right here. His brother was killed unjustly while he was sitting in his home watching TV and eating ice cream. A drunk white woman police officer barged in his house, mistakenly thinking that it was her house, whatever the excuse was, right? Which is all BS. Barged in his house and shot this brother in cold blood while he was just sitting in his home. And this is how his brother responded to that heinous act towards the perpetrator, right? While she's sitting in the courtroom being persecuted, this is how he feels, right? Because the magnitude of the New Testament, which was given to him in the Christian church, is why he's able to do this to this murderer. But without the proper context is the reason why we're not able to do it amongst each other. Right? Go ahead and play that, Soldier.
I don't want to say twice or for the 100th time what you've or how much you've taken from us. I think you know that. But I just
Nigga, he's distraught behind this. Like he's hurt.
I hope you go to God
Oh my
with
God.
all the guilt all the bad things you may have done in the past. Each and every one of us may have done something that we're not supposed to do. If you truly are sorry, I know I can speak for myself. I forgive you.
Yeah, you hear that?
And
y'all heard that, right?
I know if you go to God, I can speak for myself. I forgive you. And
now pause
I
that
know
there real
if you
quick.
go to God and ask
Him,
He will forgive.
Now, to the world, this is a beautiful thing that he's doing right now. Like, this is a huge, impactful moment that's being shown to the whole world that we can have forgiveness in our heart for people that do wrong towards us. Now, imagine this. If that brother understood what justice really was and the love that he needed for his brother at that particular moment, and all of us understood what really the New Testament was all about, right? That same example that he's displaying there in that courthouse is something that we can all show towards each other as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? To where we can look at each other and be amazed by the amount of love that we show towards each other. While the outside world is looking at this particular event like it's something big and grand, like, oh my gosh, he's so kind, right? This is something that we need exclusively just for us to show towards each other. You understand what I'm saying? And the only reason he's doing that is because what he was taught in that Christian church. So it's not as if it can't be done, right? It's not like as if somebody step on your shoes and you can't be like, I forgive you, brother. It's not as if somebody might gun down your loved one and you can't be like, you know what? I hope you find God. I forgive you, brother. It's not like if somebody were to build a canal in your river and you can't be like, you know what? You're just trying to eat. I forgive you, brother. It's not like you can't do it. The problem is we won't do it because we've been mistaught on what the New Testament is really talking about. But we're so easily able to do it when it comes to the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? What is being shown there is not actual love, man. That's not what love really is. The New Testament, the love that's written of in the Bible is exclusively for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And that brother is, he just misguided. Don't even know what he's saying. He think he's doing the right thing. But Botham Jeans deserve a lot much more, especially what's been going on for us for over 400 years. Right? Do you have the part where they hug Austin the Shot?
Come on, sir.
Play that part real quick.
Come on.
And anything your brothers want to add as well, too, y'all can go ahead and add.
Luck you, sir. 1 second.
Nah, no swear word.
Yes.
Look at that. He got off the stand, right? He asked permission to do this. And the judge even said yes. Look at this. Is this what love is really all about? How many niggas is willing to do this towards their op, towards their rival gang? Some niggas that shoot them down that looks just like them. For the exchange of words that we do towards each other, either on the internet or face to face. How many are willing to forgive the way we forgive our enemies, man? They don't deserve our forgiveness. They don't deserve our love. They don't deserve the New Testament kind of love. They don't need that. They get all the love in the world. But Botham Jean honor has to go in vain now because we are willing to forgive the people that shot him down. All right, that's not what it's all about, man. That's very unfortunate to see. Look at that. She crying. It's sad. It's emotional in the courthouse. Everybody's sad. Even the judge gave him permission.
Did you know
to
you
get
can
off the
increase
stand.
your revenue with Snapchat ads? Just
You know
ask
what I mean?
Manscaped.
But that's something that we need only amongst us, because that's what the New Testament is all about, right? Let's get that in 1 Peter 3:8 real quick. And anything y'all brothers want to have, you can go ahead.
Salaki, sir, if I could.
Go ahead. I'll slap you out first.
Nah, I was gonna say what you bringing out is heavy, because I've been going down the rabbit hole of looking at like the war in Chicago, and basically just like all the rap beef that's been transpiring over the last 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And man, if those brothers could learn that and do that, it would be so many people that'll still be alive today. It's brothers in the ground right now because a dude made a song dissing they dead homies. You know what I mean? Like the brother gets shot and the brother is on the record like, rest in piss, you ain't coming back. You know, just all on TikTok, all on Twitter, you know, just doing that. So, and they won't forgive them for that. Like once they do that, once they cross that line, you automatically could turn on the news and time it to whoever said what they said, they're gonna be dead within a week.
Right.
But here we have, you know, this, like you said, she go in there and she shoot him, and then, you know, to me, the brother looked like, I don't know, it's like he had to swallow his pride to even say it. Like, you know what I mean? But geez, like that's disheartening to see, man. That's sickening to even see that.
God, and before I get to the next brother that wanted to add in as well too, like, because what you're saying is so heavy, and give it up as well too. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're saying is so right. Like you can see it on his face, right? Like this is something that a void is missing within it. His brother just died, right? It's not like that's something that happened years ago, right? And within that time frame when it was in the courthouse, it's something that was recent. And he still had to go in the stand and speak about his brother's death. And it took everything in his spirit to forgive this murderer, everything within himself. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you that is something that can be done, but we're not doing it because we don't look at each other with that same type of love.
Right.
We don't look at each other with that same type of love. Right? Like you said, Lapayat, we smoking on this cat, you know what I mean? Smoking on Tuka, smoking on this. We diss our enemies. That's what we do. Get on a rap song and make a dance about them. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? But how many of us are willing to be like, you know what? I forgive you, and hug it out and actually show love towards each other? You know why? Because we look at each other in the lens of white supremacy, in the lens of our oppressor. Our oppressor sees us as dirt, and because we view each other in that lens, we see each other as dirt. But when a white person kills us, we see him as God. All right? He kills us, I have to forgive this person because that's what God wants. Because the person that killed him resembles God. That's what we've been taught. You know what I'm saying? This Christianity that's been engraved in our brain. But another black person, he's just dirt. I ain't got to forgive him. I'll make a diss song about it. You know what I'm saying? It's because what we've been taught all our lives that got us in this delusion of hating each other. The Bible is the key to our solution, to all our problems, to all our beefs, to all our rap beefs, to every op that we got, from the Bloods to the Crips, Hispanics and Black people, Haitians and Dominicans. The Bible is the answer to all our problems, man.
Correct.
This is the tool that we need in order to get back our morality. Right? Somebody else wanted to speak as well, too?
Shalaki.
Go ahead.
Khan. I was just going to say, y'all hit it like, y'all pretty much summed it up. Because, like, we so quick to kill another brother, well, unalive another brother, but we won't do the same thing. Like, we're not condoning to doing that to our oppressor, but damn, like, we do that to our brothers. And it's crazy because we lack brotherhood. And that's a part of the laws that we should practice brotherhood.
Right.
It's a part of the law, but the Christian churches, which as you said, that's the cornerstone of this issue. And that's the reason why we're not, practicing this law of brotherhood.
Damn right, soldier. Damn right. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to be too long-winded, man, because y'all brothers bringing out some heavy points, man. Like we went out during the civil rights movement, we went full out extent and wanting to integrate with white society. So much so that we allowed them to beat us down, hose us down, sick dogs on us, spit in our faces, throw food on us, just so we could integrate with them. Imagine if we took that same spirit so we can unify the hood, so we can unify rival gangs. So much so if they even, want to attack, we'll be like, no sweat. All we want to do is integrate with y'all. All we want to do is integrate this hood with that hood. You get what I'm saying? That same energy that we had in the civil rights, we lost it for our own. Now it's misplaced. We don't even want to use that same energy to unify the hoods now. We want to use that energy to unify black people with white people. The hell with that, man. All we need is each other. We don't need them. We don't need them for our survival. We need each other to survive. But as long as we're shooting each other down, we're bringing down our survival. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Somebody says who's gonna say something? My bad.
Come on, sir. Salaki. And in that video, he couldn't even get off the stand fast enough. She come running up to him like, she trying to make it seem like she ran to embrace him to show that she's sorry. And they hugged for a long time. And, that brother, I think he felt like he had to do that because he would be inhuman if he was like got on that stage and said how he really felt. Like, I hate you. You killed my brother. You destroyed our family. You get everything you deserve. And from the look of that, I wouldn't be surprised if they mess around and be a couple when she get out of prison.
Good night.
Just the way that's like, I know that's far fetched, but I'm just saying,
listen,
like
in
the
this
way,
world ain't nothing far fetched, my niggas.
right? But just the way that they was embracing each other, like ain't no way in hell, like nobody in their right mind could hug somebody that unalived their family member for that damn long. It's like one of those videos you see, from a soldier coming back from Iraq and he meeting his wife for the first time he ain't seen in years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you just unalive my brothers and I'm hugging you like this. Like, come on, man. I don't we so brainwashed to it's just disgusting.
Nah, listen, man, give it up, man, because that is heavy. Like, because I can guarantee if the roles were reversed, it would not been the same way. You know what I mean? They make it as if black people have to pioneer this. Like, as if we have to be the beacon of love towards white America, right? When they the ones that afflicted us.
Sure.
They should be the pioneers of love. You understand what I'm saying? Of wanting forgiveness for what they did unto us. But we the ones as if we're the ones at fault, that we're wrong, that we have to be the forefront and the pioneers of everything loving and kind towards white society, when they don't deserve that, man. Go ahead, Austin, the shot.
Colonel Khan. Yeah, the general, he brought out not too long ago how, Esau is, on the down low in the back end, he's, paying brothers and sisters to, come out and say, I forgive you. He's giving brothers and sisters money, to make it seem like, he's investing in that thing you talking about where God loves everybody and, everybody deserves forgiveness. That takes money, that takes effort. You know what I'm saying? And Esau is definitely, investing in our destruction and keeping us, in the mindset where we need to forgive our oppressor. But at the same time, sir, like y'all was bringing out, when she ran up to the brother, right, to hug him, it reminds me of Yahushua when he gave, that dog a crumb. She ran to that brother to get that crumb. But to us, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's what it should look like. But it shouldn't be in that circumstance. But they should be running to us, you know what I mean, for salvation, for life, For whatever it is they need, it should look like that. They should look to us. You know what I mean? But not in that situation. You know what I'm saying? They should run to us for water, for clothes, for whatever they need. It should look like that. You know what I mean? And that's what Yahushua was about, sir.
Damn right. Damn right, soldier. That's what it's all about, man. This is all about. This is what Christ is about, y'all. So let's get out that scripture real quick. 1 Peter 3:8. Unless anybody else wanted to say anything.
Come, sir.
All right, you got it, boy.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 8. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another.
Right. This is what blacks, Hispanics need exclusively amongst us. This is what we need. We need to learn how to be in one mind, right? And it starts with learning your identity, learning who you are, learning your culture, learning that we're a family, right? There's a video out on the Orlando page where Lapia talks about that, right? We have a great disconnect. It's because we don't see each other as family, right? To bring our minds to one, we have to be properly taught who we really are, right? And we are the 12 tribes of Israel. That can bring us to one, right? That can unify us and understanding the context of this Bible and having compassion towards each other, because this is what we need, right? Them kids in Chicago, they need to learn to have compassion, right? And it's not something that's too hard to do because we just watched a video on it not too long ago, right? Read on.
Come. Love as brethren.
As what?
As brethren.
As brethren, right? Love as brethren, man. Love is a powerful tool. Love can make you get off a stand and hug a murderer. Love can make you walk in the street and beg for civil rights while somebody's beating you across the head. The problem is, nobody properly put love in the rightful place that it should be. Right? It's not like love is not real. The thing is, it's not put in the proper place that is as it should be. Right? The Bible tells you about love, how to be long-suffering, how to, go through hard times, how to willing to endure if you really love somebody. Look at the long haul if you really love somebody. Right? That's the love that we need amongst each other. Right? Read on.
Come. Love as brethren. Be pitiful. Be courteous.
Right. Be what?
Be pitiful. Be courteous.
Be pitiful. Be courteous. What the word pitiful mean? What that mean?
You like it, sir?
Go ahead, Soda.
The Bible dictionary says well compassioned. It says it says well compassioned, that is sympathetic, tenderhearted.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that we need, right? In order to tap into that type of spirit, showing. Oh, somebody said Salaki? Go ahead, so you got it.
Yeah, it's what like the miseducation of black people. Like, you'll look at a brother and say, man, you pitiful. But you think it means something else than what it really means. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this is so, you know what I mean? Like, to tell somebody they're pitiful should be something good.
Right.
But in this society, it's bad to be pitiful. But it's really a wonderful, great thing. It's crucial. It's crucial what you're bringing out, sir.
Damn right. So the Most High in Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need pity. We need to show pity amongst each other. Right? This is something that we vitally need right now. Right? And the way to tap into that spirit is putting yourself in that other person's shoes. Right? Imagine if that was you. Right? Would you like for somebody to go out and shoot your mother? Would you want your mother to pass away? Imagine what Psycho Bob is in prison right now. And he has to get the news that his mother died while he's locked behind the cell. That gotta be hell, my nigga. That got to be hell. And don't nobody else go through this but black people. So how much more do we need the new quote unquote New Testament than anybody else on this earth? All right, we have to learn how to put ourselves in other people's shoes, in other brothers' shoes, sisters' shoes, because we don't even know what they're going through. We all going through something. But how many of us are willing to have pity on each other? All right, read on.
Come. Not rendering evil for evil.
Not doing what?
Rendering evil for evil.
All right, that get back is a motherfucker. All right, they got songs like that. That get back. They love that get back, boy. Up the score on you. That's what it's all about. You take one of ours, I take one of yours. Everybody's trying to get the upper hand on the next brother, man. When are we going to just be like, you know what? It's all right. You got it. We so easily did it to them. And it started out at that time period. From the 1960s on up, it started out from there. Because I can guarantee you, nobody can find me the stats of black on black crime pre-civil rights movement. I can guarantee it. Nobody could. Right? And if you find the stats, I can guarantee it will not be as high as it is today. So something changed within us after the civil rights movement. That love that we was desperately seeking from white America, we lost it for our own, man. When that's the love that we should have poured back into Black Wall Street. We should have poured back into Harlem. We should have poured back into Rosewood. All these black communities that was destroyed not by us, not by gangbanging, not by drug dealers, but destroyed by white America. And what we do, we forgave them. We forgave them. We said, it's all right, you can kill us, beat us down in the street, and just let us join you. So why can't we do this amongst each other then? Right? Go ahead, Austin the Shot. My bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I may, sir, like what you're saying is definitely right on point. But the devil, who is the oppressor of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, he raped, robbed, murdered, killed, oppressed. I mean, he pulled every trick out of the book to make us think the way that we think today. He did this to us, sir.
God.
He did this to us.
God.
And I know, you know what I mean? Like what you're saying is right on point, Most High Christ. But I just like this man, this devil, he did this to us, sir.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Like, man, it breaks my heart. You know what I mean?
If I could back you up on what you're saying, Austin the Shot, how did he spread this amongst us?
Yeah, Colonel, you're right.
Go ahead.
Other brothers did it. Other brothers joined him, and you know what I'm saying? And he used us to, just like today, you know what I mean, to be against each other, and you know what I mean, all that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's like the scripture say, you know what I'm saying? Scriptures say, you know what I mean? Woe unto the pastor that, mislead his flock. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Come.
Damn right, soldier.
Come, sir.
Sir.
Go ahead, soldier. You got it.
Salakia. I just, because you were saying like how he spread it through us. I mean, I know it's multiple ways he did, but one thing about like if we initially saw ourselves as family, like you were saying about the stats before the night before civil rights and all of that, all he had to do was create need and distrust. And once he created a need and a distrust in our community, See, it's one thing like when it's somebody outside that do something to you,
Yeah,
but when your
that's
brother or your somebody that's next to you do something to you, it hurt more. So imagine the camaraderie and the family function that we had in the Black community. So all he got to go in there is take away a couple jobs, kill a couple people, drop some, create a an addiction, drop all these little things in our neighborhood, and then sit back and just watch us all just destroy each other. All it
Nah,
takes
I
is
could.
that little sliver, just like in the garden. It took a
No,
little sliver of something.
yeah. If I could, if I may.
Damn right.
No, if I may.
Nah, go ahead, get down. So you got it.
What the officer just brought out is what we just brought out in the class last night with Commanding General General Mahayman and the other generals. You know, blacks, Judah, the tribe of Judah is trying to blame the Mexicans for taking jobs and stuff. And that's what the brother just brought out. You know what I mean? Like they create this, you know what I'm saying? This discord. But, oh, you're gonna blame your brother for you not being able to eat. You know what I mean? Where that's really not the case. You know what I mean? That it's the oppressor that's doing this, but he's doing it and then making you think it's your brother. You know what I mean? Like he said, create this need. We hungry. We need food. We need this. We need that, and the third. And then the oppressor comes in your neighborhood or comes in your ear and tell you, "Hey, your brother over there, he the one who taking your food out you. Your brother taking your food from you. You know what I mean? Your own brother taking your food from you. We want to give you food, but your brother taking it from you. You know what I mean? And that's that need to eat, that instinct to live. And you telling me it's not you that's killing me and starving me, but my own brother, man, forget that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it, so.
Nah, listen.
The presser.
I don't mean to cut none of y'all brothers off, man, because y'all brothers, what y'all bringing up is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I asked, with what did he spread it through among us, you know what I'm saying, right, is because the Christian church hold that key. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is a spiritual conflict. Right? It's not as if these needs, right? And I'm going to add to what y'all saying. These needs are very much, you know, something that we're striving for. But it's something far, you know, spiritual that's deep within us through the teaching of Christianity, to where we can have people with the money, with the wealth, right? Haiti is full of resources. They got oil, they got diamonds, they got everything you need in Haiti. You get what I'm saying? But the philosophy that's embedded in us as a people, and like our brother said, will make us think that we are each other's problem. You get what I'm saying? And the number one tool that he used to push this philosophy to embed in our mind is the Christian church, right? They'll take the New Testament out of the Bible and make you think that you should not want justice for all the hurt that you go through, and make you think that you have to love and forgive the people that's continue to shoot you down in the streets. And they'll make you think that God has no color and Christ loves everybody. So when they do harm to you, you don't see him as who he really is, as a murderer, as a graper, as an SAer, as all these things that he's doing unto us. You don't see him as that, but you see him as how the Christian church taught you to see him as. And that's to see him as, you know, thinking that he's a God, right? Because the Christian church is nothing but white supremacy.
Yes, sir.
That's all it is. It's an illusion of white supremacy, y'all.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And as us as a people, man, we fall under that illusion. That's why it's hard for us to make that connection like our brothers is bringing out. Because we don't understand the magnitude of this Bible. We don't understand how powerful it could be if it's put in its proper use. If we understood that we should not render evil for each other, if we knew that it was exclusively talking about me, maybe I have to change my thinking pattern. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I shouldn't, you know, talk about smoking on this brother. Maybe if I have a couple of dollars, maybe I should spread it around the hood. You know what I'm saying? But These billionaires will make business deals with crackers way before they make a business deal with a nigga. So, lucky, excuse my language. You get what I'm saying? They'll make a business deal with the oppressor way before they do anything for a nigga. Right? Because the mentality that's embedded in us, you know what I'm saying, comes from that Christian church, which comes from our oppressor. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Y'all brothers is bringing out right on point, man. You know what I mean? This is what we need for us to break out that mental spell, that witchcraft that our oppressor got us under. You know what I mean? Right? If I could, somebody can pick up what Trooper Canuck left off. 3 and 8.
Con.
His phone had died.
We was at 9. You want me to go back to 8 or?
Yeah, you can start at 8. It's too wild.
All right, Con. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 8. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another. Love as brethren. Be pitiful. Be courteous. Verse 9. Not rendering evil for evil. Or railing for railing.
Right, railing for railing. Right, beefs, conflicts. Read on.
But contrariwise, blessing.
To do what?
But contrariwise, blessing.
Listen, Amber Geiger received a blessing in that courthouse, man. That was a blessing for her to receive. You know how vindicated she felt from getting hugged by the brother of the person that she murdered? Man, she felt at ease. That took a whole bunch of weight off of her shoulders. But how much more of grief is a black man going through from the killing of his loved ones that nobody's willing to console and show any pity towards? What the hell expecting them to show us any pity? We need to do it amongst us, man. Because our nation depends on it. And all these great attributes that we're reading about and characteristics that we're reading about right now is something that we can implement for us, that we can teach our kids to be like. To be kind, to be loving, to be caring and considerate for each other. All right, read on.
Con. Knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing.
Right. This is what we're going to get in return. By doing these things, in return, we're going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. Right? Imagine a world where somebody's mom don't have to die while you're in prison. Imagine a world where your brother don't have to get shot down while eating ice cream. Imagine a world where the Haitians, which is the tribe of Levi, don't have to strive to build a canal just so they can eat. Imagine a world where we don't have to scrabble and fight against each other for our needs that based upon the crumbs that the oppressor gives us. Imagine a world like that. Right? Well, guess what? We can't get that world if we don't renew our mind, renew our thinking, renew our perspective and our lenses and eyes towards each other. We can't get that world if we don't start to do what we're reading about right now in the New Testament, which is written in the laws of God. This is the constitution of all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is what unifies the North and the South, the Bloods and the Crips. The same way the white man got a constitution that unified his colonies, you know what I'm saying? Well, the Lord implemented this for us. So we don't have to be at odds against each other. All right? Drop that unless your brothers want to add anything. Let me get Romans 12 and 9. And if I could, can I get a time check, Baba Kasha?
So, sir, it's 9:03.
Oh, Lord. One more verse. Y'all cool with that?
Come, sir. Romans 12 and 9.
Yeah, I'm going to try to breeze through it.
No
12 and 9.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 9. Let love be without
dissimulation. Right. Let love be without dissimulation. Let's look up that word dissimulation. What does that mean?
Oh, God.
So like it, sir.
Go ahead.
It's saying that I was looking at the Bible dictionary. Should be hypocrisy. So like it. Yeah.
Hypocrisy, right? Let love be without hypocrisy. Right? That's the definition.
Yeah, Salaki, I had lost it. Okay, here we are.
No,
it says undissembled, that is sincere, without dissimulation, hypocrisy, unfeigned.
God. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, hypocrisy. Right? Let love be done without hypocrisy. Let's not be a hypocrite. And when it comes to love. Right? Because we'll easily, like we mentioned throughout the whole class, display it towards our oppressor. And if you're willing to do something simply because somebody is white and you're not willing to do it to somebody that's black, you're just a hypocrite. Full out extent. So like, y'all can hear me?
Colonel sir.
Okay. If you're not willing to go out the full out extent, the same way these civil rights leaders did during the civil rights movement, then guess what? You're just a hypocrite. If you're not teaching this within the proper context for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians only, you're just a hypocrite. If you're going out there and using Romans 12:9 to mean to love everybody, you're a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Because the proper context is exclusively only for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. All the great things that we can do for them, we need it for us. Right? Read on.
Colonel sir. Romans 12:9. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil.
All right. Abhor, hate what is evil. All right. Your oppressor is like your brothers brought out. They are sowing the seed of evil, man. They are sowing the seeds of evil. They're making this happen by taking out the resources in our hood. So all you do is fight over scraps. You're supposed to hate the evil. Don't we all hate evil? Well, who is the access of evil? Right. That has to be nobody else but your oppressor. Because he's the number one in all the categories of evil. Number one in killing. Number one in unaliving. Number one in raping. Number one in all theft. Number one in everything. So if he's the access of evil, I should abhor that, man. And utilize my love for my people that needs it the most. Right? Read on.
Colonel sir. Cleave to that which is good.
Right. Cleave to what is good, man. These laws, statutes, commandments is what's good. The New Testament in the proper context is what's good. Read on.
Colonel verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love.
What we got to do?
Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love.
Listen, that's what we need to do. That affection is needed, man. It's needed. Read on.
Colonel. In honor, preferring one another.
Preferring one another. I'd rather do this for a black person before I do it to an oppressor. Right? And like Nashak brought out earlier, they should be coming to us for a blessing. Right? Yeah. And that lady came up to Christ knowing that Christ can heal her daughter. And Christ was like, listen, I will heal your daughter if you first acknowledge that this blessing belongs to the children first. Right? It's not like we can't do acts of kindness towards white people. Because hell, listen, we are compassionate by nature. This is who we are as a people. I'm not saying just to go out and be rude to white people. But if we can examine the playing field and weigh out the pros and cons and seek out the two options and realize who need it the most and who is at a detriment if they don't get it expediently, then we will realize that we need it to be given only to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And from there, maybe if we have some left, you know what I'm saying, maybe we can, well, what they want us to do, hold hands? One day, black with white, that's what they want us to do, I guess. That's what they want us to do. You know what I mean? Right? But we need that for each other. Right? Austin the shot got off. I don't know if somebody can finish that verse real quick.
Kind of, you want me to go to 11?
Baba Kashar.
Romans 12, verse 11. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Right, fervent in spirit, not slothful. We need this quickly, right? Read on.
Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer.
Any more on that?
Kind. Verse 13, distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality.
Right, hospitality, man. You know what I mean? Bring that back in the hood. Bring that level of morality back to the hood, man. To where your sons and daughters are safe playing outside. They ain't got to worry about nobody snatching them up or nothing. They can play outside. They know if somebody catching them doing something that they're not supposed to be doing, they going to say something. That's hospitable, right? Somebody that's coming in your hood, they might be a stranger. You ain't going to gun him down because he's not from your hood. That's hospitable. You treat him with respect because you know why? He's a black man just like you. Oppressed just like you. Forefathers in slavery just like you. We all in the same condition. Your oppressor cannot relate, but that brother can. And he needs you to be this way. So we can all survive. Right? Any more on that? That was it.
Kind. I mean, you can keep going this whole verse, but you just tell me where you want to stop.
Nah, it's for time's sake, man. I lost Austin the shock, man. Unless anything y'all brothers want to add on to what we talking about right now. With that, and the class, man, the water, everybody that hop on. The water, Austin the shock. Also Itazab, also Lapiyad, also Magazar, Trooper Kanak, everybody that hopped on. The question is still up. I did see some answers. I seen Crystal Morris put some answers. She said Arya, Kazak Shah, Yeshaya, Mashah, Saquan, Kahan are the seven heads, I think. Okay, you real close. You real close, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post the same question next week. So y'all still have a chance, y'all.
It's a lot, sir.
Go ahead.
By that time, Google done gave them the answer.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Oh yeah, you might have to come up with different questions.
Let's see. I mean, I trust y'all guys, right?
We can see.
We trust. I trust Israel, y'all.
I trust him too.
Yeah, right. This is the home of God, y'all. Nobody will cheat and get the answer from
You
Google.
right.
You know what I mean? God is in this place, right, guys? Y'all agree with me in the chat? Y'all want to do something like that? You know what I mean? So yeah, make
if
sure
they
y'all
would,
don't
Lord be
use
with
Google.
them. So like it.
Right, or Lord be with you. Right. So make sure y'all don't use Google. Right. Research through the Bible. Use the index, thesaurus, whatever tool that you need to find the answer. I'm gonna post the same. There you go. I was in the shop. Most High Christ. Did anything you wanted to add, Warrior, before we close out? All right. So yeah, make sure y'all pay your tithes, subscribe, Isupk Orlando, and next week you got a chance to win $50, y'all. Go ahead, Soldier.
You want to mention the
Oh yeah. Get down. Go ahead.
You got it.
All right, I don't know how many people we got watching right now, but right after class, we're gonna be kicking off the War as Usual webcast. right after class. So make sure you got your notification bells. I think we're gonna be streaming on Facebook. We're gonna be streaming here too as well, right? Facebook,
I think
YouTube.
with the
StreamYard
account,
right
yeah,
now.
the StreamYard account we got now, I think is with one account. So if y'all want to do Facebook, we can do Facebook, and then by next week we'll have multiple.
Okay.
If you know, if y'all suffice with that.
All right. So yeah. So everybody that's listening, yeah, I guess we'll send out the notification and we'll send out, where we're gonna be streaming it after this. So War as Usual webcast right after class.
There you have it. Right after class, man. Make sure y'all tune in. The truth don't stop. Hey, Austin the Shock, hop on with us, man. You going? You leaving?
Come.
You out of here?
No, lie, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Dive in. You know what I mean? And we're gonna rock it out real quick. Go through various topics and just have fun with it. A little podcast. War as Usual. This is something that we're looking to do every week, Lord allow. You know what I mean? So we can have y'all support and tune in. All right, y'all. So that's it.
Yes, sir.
Shalom, Israel.
So y'all done.
Yeah, but